Next thing is try something else. No, let me go! What's going on? Something smells really good. It was the same sort of smell one might catch while walking past a ramen stand. You know, I am pretty hungry.
Chihaya!
Chihaya, can you hear me? If you're listening, I want you to remember. Remember! Who's that? It's a girl's voice, and it sounds like she's crying. Didn't we promise each other we'd soldier on, no matter what? Didn't I tell you we'd find Nana, Hikari, and the others to get the hell out of here? It's scary and lonely in here, sure, but you have to look out for yourself. Chihaya, are you listening to me? I can't protect you anymore. Do your best, Chihaya. What's happening? I'm burning, help me! Mom, I don't want to die, please, it's so hot, it hurts so much! What was happening to her? Okay. My mind had been in a rather hazy state, but this poor girl's terrified screams, as if someone were tearing her heart out, brought me back to reality. I realized that my hands and feet were bound to a chair, and I was facing another young girl who was similarly bound and writhing in pain. She was wearing a school uniform I didn't recognize, so she must have been brought here from some other junior or senior high school. Were it not for the uniform and the voice, I might have a tough time determining gender, as her face looked neither male nor female, young nor old. It was simply too burned to discern anything at all. From the top of her head down to her neck, and even halfway down her torso, she was thoroughly charred. She had essentially been drowned and virtually been browned, okay, and virtually all her hair was singed off, not unlike a pecking duck hanging outside a Chinese restaurant. Her skin was thoroughly cracked, with bits of pink of flesh oozing through here and there. And her eyes looked blank, cloudy and watery, like the bottom of an order of sunny-side-up eggs. Only her teeth remained relatively intact. I have no idea how much time passed after that. For a while, the only real sounds were her chair rattling as she shook and her murmurs of agony. Then all that stopped and the girl fell silent. Considering where she'd been burned, I suspected her lungs must have given out in the end, though really it could have been any number of things. What is this? Why is this happening? My mind was a blank state. I was beginning to lose my grip on reality, and may have even laughed a little. I was in a home ec classroom, maybe? A science lab? And all around me were arms, legs, heads, and other body parts all simmering in pots and pans. None of it seemed real. It was like I was watching some bad horror movie on TV, except there was odor and heat, and both were really getting to me. I was getting nauseous, but not from the smell. It was instead from the thought of this aroma of human flesh boiling and frying was making me hungry. As I fought to hold back my fear and hunger-induced vomit, I suddenly sensed a pair of eyes coldly staring at me. I looked in the direction from which I'd felt this sensation, and saw before me a little girl in a red dress, just standing and watching. I hate you. You picked a great time to wake up. It's your turn next. So, no, this can't be happening. This can't be happening! The little girl lifted a frying pan from a nearby gas burner and brandished it in her right hand. Steam rose from the hot pan, and I could see bubbling oil splattering all along its surface. I hate you so much. I wonder what song you'll sing for me. I could see the expression on her face clearly now, mischievous, hungry, and positively jubilant, without even a trace of sympathy or remorse. Delicious. And that is wrong and number 7. So that should be all of the wrong endings to this game. Okay, so I was pretty curious. After wrong end number 7, I know that there was an option to the covered walkway or to the second floor. I don't know if there's any sort of extra scene if I go the covered walkway, since the second floor leads to the wrong endings. So I'm going to select the covered walkway, see if there's any difference, and if there's not, I'll probably end it and yeah, and say that'd be it. So let's find out. Fukuroi, Emmy, why? Why? Wait, Kurosaki. Kurosaki's in here somewhere too. I have to warn him. Where the hell is he? So what, she knows where he is? I ran anywhere and everywhere looking for Kurosaki, screaming his name at the top of my lungs, but he was simply nowhere to be found. Kurosaki! Doko? Kurosaki! Kurosaki, where are you? Kurosaki! Not in here either. I had no idea when that horrible expressionless man would show up again with his giant hammer. Every little sound was making me cower in fear. What I needed was a weapon, something to defend myself with. There had to be something like that in here, right? Oh, I'm looking? Okay. There's nothing of interest. That creep could come in barging anywhere. I need to find a weapon. Oh, like the arm? There's nothing of interest here. That creep could come barging in. I need to find a goddamn weapon. There's nothing here. Find a weapon. Is it that... There's nothing here. Creep could come in. In here? Wait, what? Okay, there was an oversized chisel in one of the drawers. This could be used as a weapon. I just need to hide somewhere. Damn it, stop shaking! I carefully took the chisel into my quaking hands. I wasn't sure if I'd actually be able to fend off an attacker with it, but it was certainly better than nothing. So we're gonna hide in the hallway? Kurosaki really isn't around. Where the hell could he have gone?
Kuroi, ごめんね。私一人で逃げて。
Fukuroi, I'm so sorry I ran without you.
怖くて、頭の中パニックって。
So, I was just so scared and I panicked.
クロエは私のこと構ってくれてたのに。
You protected me up to the bitter end, Fukuroi.
私
I'm such a coward.
もし私が男で勇気と力があったら、黒崎や木南くんみたいな強い男子だったら。
Okay, it does not matter.
黒いのこと
Okay.
助けてあげられたのに。
It does not matter if you were a big strong boy, because I can tell you right now, Yoshikazu, Yoshikazu will still have the giant hammer and will swing it to your face. So no, it would not work. So no, your gender would not change a thing. If only I were a boy, a big strong boy like Kurosaki or Kasame, overflowing with courage and strength, then maybe I could have saved him. Kasami! Gotcha. Think I know who that was now. That stabbed Fukuroi that he couldn't see.
誰か来る。誰さっきのあいつだったら私。
If I were a boy. Somebody's coming. Who is it? If it's that man again, I.
Yamamoto. Ushika.
You know, now that I got the name to... Yep. Yamamoto, you okay? Yeah, I hate you! Ugh!
探したぞ。
No, I've been looking all over for you. Tall and handsome, but always just a little on edge, he never changed one bit. This was Yuya Kasame, one of my classmates.
木南くん、袋が、エミも。
Kasame, Fukuroi was... And Emmy, they're both...
山本。大丈夫だ。事情は大体わかってる。
Fuck you, dude. Yamamoto, it's alright. Everything is going to be alright. I understand the situation more or less.
だって二人とも殺されたんだよ。
But
あの変な男に。
But they were both killed.
ひどい。
By that creepy looking man. It was horrible.
ああ、知ってる。さっき俺も見た。
Yeah, I know. I saw them too.
この彫刻刀はこれでそいつと戦おうなんて思ったのか。
What's that chisel you have there? Were you planning to fight him with it?
私なんかじゃかなわないだろうけど、でもただ殺されるよりはって。
I don't think I'd be able to do much, but I didn't want to be killed without a fight, you know?
バカだな、山本。こんなもの必要ないんだよ。
How silly. You don't need any such thing, Yamamoto. Kasami cupped my right hand with both of his, as if consoling me, and gently removed the chisel from my grip. He was so gentlemanly about it, his touch soft and caring. Yeah! Isn't that the face of a caring man?
俺が今お前の恐怖をすっきり終わらせてやるから。
all your fears myself forevermore.
かわすか。動けるな、山本。
Come on, text. There you go. Huh. Nice reflexes. Now don't move, Yamamoto.
何それの冗談は
What? What are you? No! Please, tell me you're just kidding around!
あんまり変わらないと思うけどね。俺が本気でも冗談でも山本が死ぬことにはさ。
Fuck you. Do I look like I'm kidding? Though I guess I wouldn't look much different either way, really. Not about you dying, Yamamoto. What? What was going on? Why was he doing this? 'Cause he cray-cray.
なんで何やだよやめて
What? Why? No, please don't do this!
さっきの話だけど一個訂正な。フクロイは殴られて死んだんじゃない。
Regarding our dead friends, there is one fatal misconception you seem to have made. Fukuroi didn't die from the hammer wounds inflicted upon him.
刺されて死んだんだよ。こんな感じで。
Rather he
ブ
was...
スッと
Oh my goodness. Rather he was stabbed to death. Kinda like this!
逃げるのか？疲れるだろ。あまり無理するなよ。
You intend to run then. You know I'll catch you. Such a waste of effort.
なんでどうして
Why?
どうしてこんなことに
Why? Why? Why would he do something like this?
みんなで普通に遊んで勉強して他の話して笑っていつまでも友達だって
So, I want to mess around with everyone again, to hold study groups, to gossip, to laugh, to smile and laugh. We are supposed to be friends forever.
それなのにわからないわからないよ
So why? Why has it come to this? I don't get it. I just don't understand.
信じないもう誰も信じないぞ
Oh my. Why can't I trust him? I can't trust anyone anymore. Well, the ghost did say, peoples be cray-cray. Okay, so now So now we're on the path to the true ending. So, alrighty, so that was all the wrong ending, plus the little extra scene that we see with Mitsuki and Mitsuki. And yeah. So that is all the wrong endings for episode 5. I kind of forgot what number are we on. I'm like 5? So yeah. So next up will be episode 6. So two more episodes to go. Oh man. So, and I'm excited to see how those are gonna go. So I'm Lady Renasaru. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in episode 6. Peoples be cray cray. Alrighty, so forget my see you in episode 6. Apparently there's a little bit more extra scene that I did not know about, and I intended to record. So apparently I was gonna go ahead and get the true ending, and I was skipping through everything. All of a sudden Kasami's face popped up, and I'm like, well, he wasn't here about the last time. So I'm just gonna play out to the end and see if there's anything different. So we're not gonna look back.
来ないで
Stay back!
どうしたんだフクロイ君は
What's wrong? Where's Fukuroi?
うるさい来るなってばお前もあいつの仲間なんだろ
Shut the hell up! I told you to stay back! You're in league with him, aren't you?
錯乱してるみたいだな何があったんだ山本さん
You seem confused. What happened, Yamamoto?
触るな血が手に血が
So-
お前やっぱりお前も
Don't touch me. There's blood on your hands. You really are.
誤解だよこれはさっき死体を調べた時に
You're mistaken. This is from examining a dead body earlier.
おかしいって思ったんだあんなに平気で死体に触ってやっぱりだ
It's just as I thought then. How can you be so cavalier about touching corpses? You're not right.
これじゃ何を言っても無駄だな。
There's no getting through to her in this state, it seems.
私は騙されない。もう引っかからない。
I won't be fooled. I won't be taken in by your lies anymore.
やかましい女だ。
She's certainly in a mood.
生きている人間はうるさくてかなわないな。人は寡黙な方がいい。
Living humans are so irredeemably noisy. People need to understand the value of silence.
山本さん、もう行ってしまったのかい。
Yamamoto, gone already, is she? I ran as fast as I could, as far as I could. It was obvious to me now that even Morishige was out of his mind. There was no one left I could trust.
上だ。上へ逃げれば。
Upstairs, I'll run upstairs!
よう、山本。
How does he do that? Well now, it's Yamamoto. Without even a moment's hesitation, my classmate Kasame suddenly swung a giant chisel in my general direction, narrowly missing me.
大丈夫か？
Are you okay? Stay back!
逃げ惑うのもいいけど、無理するなよ。体力は温存しておかないと。
You're free to attempt an escape, but don't push too hard. You wouldn't want to overexert yourself after all.
この辺でいいか？
Is this a more suitable location?
大丈夫か？
I hate you! Are you okay?
やめてよ。
Please, just stop!
え？何をだ？
Stop what exactly?
ひどいことしないでよ。
Stop being so cruel.
あんたに何もしてないじゃん。
I haven't done anything to you.
そうだ。返さなきゃな、これ。
That's true, and I certainly couldn't take it back if I were to do something, say this. A sudden burning pain shot through my body, shaking my whole field of vision. The fat, dull blade of the chisel had been forcibly plunged down into my thigh, all the way up to the handle.
感触がやはり違うんだな。男と女とでは。なるほど。
Oh my god. I see, so the sensation really is different with a woman than it is with a man. Oh my god, Kasame. Oh my god.
痛い。あ、痛い。やだ。痛いよ。
So, god, it hurts, it hurts, it really hurts! There wasn't much I could do to resist. Not only had he knocked me over, but he was kneeling on the backs of my hands, holding me in place quite effectively.
いいぞ。正直だ、その反応。嘘をつかない奴は好感が持てる。
That's what I like to hear. Pure honesty. I do so hate it when people lie about their pain.
本番と行くか、こいつで。
It's time to go all the way now, with this. Yuya Kasame had a twisted grin on his face. He slowly brought his right hand into view, and in it was a proper knife, glinting in the dull light. So why? How can you do this?
山本、ほら、ここ。お前の腹に。
I hate you so much. Yamamoto, here. This is going into your belly. I could feel Yuya Kasami reach up from under my skirt and press the cold blade of the knife against my abdomen. And then with one thrust, the knife was completely inside my body, My thoughts became jumbled. The pain was so intense it felt like my brain was on fire. It took me a moment to process the sensation of a foreign body lodged unnaturally within me. I could feel all the blood gushing out from the wound.
いいぜ山本、その調子だ。いい声聞かせてくれよ。
Nice, Yamamoto. That's the spirit. Let me hear those primal screams. I'd never felt anything even remotely like this before in my entire life. I couldn't even describe it if I wanted to. The pain receptors in my body were off the charts. I couldn't comprehend the things I was feeling. But despite my confusion and agony, I knew one thing for certain. If I couldn't stop this from happening right now, I was going to die. Every part of me was in agreement on that. My nerve endings were screaming it, and my brain could focus on little else. I might as well have been on fire. It couldn't hurt any more than I was experiencing. Oh, it probably could, because you were on fire, like, not that long ago. No, it was too late for me. I could tell that the wounds inflicted were irreversible, irreparable. I had to accept it. I was going to die. I begun vomiting blood and it was beginning to lodge itself into my respiratory tract. Breathing was becoming harder and harder with each passing moment. My abdomen had been completely minced at this point, and the pain was so intense that I wish I could just leave my body altogether. My arms and legs were cold and numb, and my sense of reality was beginning to waver. My last breath couldn't be far behind. And yet Yuya Kasami was smiling. It was a distant, relaxed smile, as if someone looking up at the stars or smelling a rose. It was the smile of a psychopath, the smile of a person about to end my life. For no particular reason.
ちょっと声が小さくなってきたんじゃないか。もっと聞かせてくれよ。
Ma, you've gotten awfully quiet. I'd love it if you'd howl for me more again. In your dreams, you creep. I couldn't believe those words were coming out of my mouth. I could barely speak through all the blood I was spewing, but I was standing my ground, in a way.
Huh?
I will not perform for you, no matter what. You bitch. For just a moment, Yuya Kasami's psychopathic grin turned into a bitter, scornful frown. But then as quickly as it had vanished, the smile returned.
なんだそりゃ。抵抗のつもりか？我慢なんてするなよ。
The hell is that? You trying to stand up to me? Don't hold back on my account.
Oi!
Hey!
どうした？声が小さいぞ。ほら叫べよ。いてんだろ。会話しようぜ会話。
What's wrong? You're too quiet. Scream down it, goddammit. It hurts, right? Give me some dialogue, something to work with.
なんか言うことあるんだろ。泣きたいだろ。命乞いしたいだろ。
You got nothing to say to me? You don't want to cry? Beg for your life, maybe? I was concentrating so hard on biting my lip and holding my mouth closed that I swear I'd forgotten how to breathe. I think I even broke my molars from the sheer force of my determination not to yield to Yuya Kasami's twisted desires. And I didn't even care. I have no use for my teeth ever again anyway. I wouldn't be eating anything where I was going. I wouldn't scream for him to stop. I wouldn't call for help, and I wouldn't beg for my life. My life was already over. All I had left was the knowledge that I'd go out quietly without giving this sick freak any measure of satisfaction.
俺の方を向けよ。無視するなよ。話せよ。言葉を。
Look at me. Don't ignore me. Talk to me. Beg me to spare you. He was beyond redemption. There was absolutely nothing I could say or do to help him. I could either waste away silently or feed his psychosis. I could never make him understand how I felt at that moment. I could never convey to him just what he'd done to me. Death was my best and only option. Wow.
山本さん、君も死んだのか。
Wow. Wow, that was really good. Wow. I don't want to play as Shig anymore, so alrighty, so I think this is the actual end to everything, I think. Okay, if it is the end of everything, I'm gonna end it here. If it's not, I'm probably gonna continue on. Whatever. You know what? I'm gonna continue. Yamamoto, see, now you're dead too. This is definitely the body of Mitsuki Yamamoto. Oh no, yeah, this is different. Okay, her stomach and abdomen have been stabbed dozens upon dozens of times and were practically liquefied. They looked a bit like gazpacho. What is that? Her body was still warm to the touch too, meaning her death must have only just occurred.
不思議なもんだな。ほんの数分前に話した人間がこうして死んでいるっていうのは。
How strange it feels to see a person dead after just speaking with her mere minutes ago.
だけど、山本さん。
But Yamamoto.
綺麗だ。とっても綺麗だ。さっきまでとは雲泥の差だ。
You're beautiful, you're exquisite. The transformation is night and day.
君は今、完全に自分のすべてをさらけ出して。
Here you lie, fully exposed and unrestrained, but utterly helpless.
いいよね。君を連れて行くよ。
You don't mind, do you, if I take you with me, that is? I withdrew my phone, flipped it open, and switched over to camera mode, where I immediately set about framing her remains at just the right angle. I didn't mind if it was just her image on that tiny screen. To me, it was as good as having the real thing in my pocket. The appeal was identical. It was as if I could freeze time on this moment and preserve her just the way she was.
やっぱりだ。俺自身の目で見て、触れ、匂いを嗅いで、こうして生の君を知ったから。
I don't like Shig. It's exactly as I thought. I can see you, feel you, smell your wretched odor, all because I knew you.
生きていた時の君を見て、声を聞き、感情に触れていたから。
All because I saw you and heard your voice and was moved by your plight when you were alive.
見てくれよ。こんなに綺麗に通れた。もう君は俺だけのものだ。
Oh my god, I don't like Shig at all. Just look at this. Look at what a perfect shot this is. You shall forevermore be mine and mine alone.
たまらない。 たまらない。君はひどいやつだな。
I can't get enough. I just can't get enough. What a cruel beast you are.
俺をこんなに興奮させて、心をかき乱して。
Getting me excited, stirring my feelings. Alrighty, so now that was everything to do with episode 5. Yes, we've cleared episode 5 again. Alright, so that was all the wrong endings plus the extra scenes that you get at the end after you replay episode 5. So, alrighty, so that's everything. So now I'm going to do a proper goodbye, and I'll see you guys in episode 6. So, Lady Reina Star, thank you for watching, and yeah, I'll see you guys in episode 6. Oh my goodness.